welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Shay and I post all things lifestyle and home. So if you like that type of content and you love cozy season, I would love for you to subscribe because I have so many fun fall videos coming soon. I just love fall. It is my favorite time of year and I feel like our home decor thrives. I can be inside baking and crafting and I always just feel very inspired to create videos. But anyway, for today, I wanted to bring you guys along as I go to HomeGoods and do a little bit of fall shopping. I always do these videos seasonally where I take you along to a specific store and we walk through every single aisle and I share what they have out. So that is what we are doing with HomeGoods, and then I will have you meet me back here and I will share the few little things that I picked up. So I hope that you enjoy. If you do, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up, but let's go ahead and get into the shopping. Okay, we are starting right here on this first wall that you see when you walk in. I did skip past some of the Halloween decor, and I will say that my HomeGoods did have a ton of Halloween decor, probably even more than fall. So if you are interested in Halloween decor, I would definitely go there. They had such a big selection, but today we are just going to be focusing on the fall decor. So I'm starting with some of their wreaths and garlands. I really liked this oversized basket for a door. I'll pop up a picture on the screen if I can find the Pinterest inspo that I saw with this, but I think it's a cute alternative to a wreath. And like I was showing, they did have several garlands, but none that really caught my eye. I feel like they were just a little bit busier than I typically decorate with. So we are going to keep moving along on this back wall. And here they really just had an assortment of fall items, from faux fall arrangements to table centerpieces and shelf decor. I personally like to source my vases and my stems separately just so that I can get a really customized look. And typically for my vases, I go very neutral so they can stay up year round and I can just switch out the stems in them. But on the other hand, the pre-made ones are nice because you don't have to think about it. They're already styled for you and they're just easy to pop on a shelf. So they did have a few different arrangements that I thought were really pretty and I wanted to share them. So first are these little vases with this floral pattern. I love the shape of the vases. I also liked that they're a little bit more off-white than a true stark white just because they blend with my warm fall tones a little bit better. And the fall mums are just such a pretty option. I love the color and I love how whimsical and flowy they are. So they had a variety of vases with these same stems in them, so you can kind of sift through all of the different styles and choose what you like best. But now we're sliding down the wall a little bit more and you can see they have a variety of their pumpkins here. One thing I feel like they didn't have a great selection of this year were their pumpkin pillows. I saw maybe one or two, but they definitely didn't have as many as I feel like they do in previous years. So a lot of their selection were glass pumpkins and ceramic pumpkins. And I feel like this wall just kept switching back and forth between faux floral arrangements and pumpkins. So that's why it seems a little bit jumpy, but I just wanted to record it as I saw it so that it actually feels like you're there and shopping with me. But here are just a few more of their different glass pumpkin options. I really liked this deep plum one. It was a little bit smaller, but I just love the color. I love just anything moody for the fall time. So I thought this one was really pretty and only $14.99. And though I didn't really love the stem situation, I thought this tortoiseshell pumpkin was really pretty. And I feel like this pattern is very popular right now for fall time. One pumpkin style that I did see a lot of was this terracotta pumpkin. So they had this big plain one. They also had one with little star cutouts, and I saw some more of the jack-o'-lantern style. And I also think those are going to be very popular this year as they have been in past years. But now I'm wandering down another fall aisle and they had some more pumpkins and shelf filler. And really, I don't get a ton of fall specific items aside from pumpkins. I feel like fall decor for me just has everything to do with the tones and colors and just that moody vibe. So I typically stay away from very seasonally specific items just so that I can have them out a little bit longer. I really liked the coloring on this glass gourd decor. I just think it's really pretty and works perfectly for that warm color palette that I'm going for. And I also thought that this gold leaf could be really cute styled on a coffee table. I'm just picturing it layered on top of a coffee table book used kind of as a tray, so you could add some mini pumpkins inside or maybe even a vase with some fall stems and a candle. I just feel like it's a very versatile piece that you can keep out the entire fall season, and those are always the type of items that I like to reach for. A lot of the pumpkin options on this side of the aisle were very glitzy. They had a lot of sparkles to them. So if that is your style and you like kind of that more maximalist look, they had a variety of options. I personally liked the opposite side right here. They had some cute pumpkins up top that were a little bit smaller, and I just really liked the texture. They did look a little bit glossy, but I just liked the kind of finish of the leaf and stem details. a few more realistic looking pumpkins like this one here. So you can see it's not perfectly round. There's a bit more texture to it, which just gives it that realistic appearance. So they had a few different styles of those, and I just think these ones are great to style indoors or outdoors. Further down the aisle, they had a few different wooden signs and word signs, which I don't personally go for. I really like to go for more of their artwork, and I did find a few cute pieces, but their fall artwork selection definitely isn't as big as their Halloween selection, so I wish there were a couple more options, but I always like to look on Etsy anyway and usually just print them off myself. Now I'm wandering down closer to their kitchen section. I was stopped by this little end cap that had the cutest little baked brie dishes. I just always love pumpkin-shaped mugs and dishes and Dutch ovens for holiday baking, so I thought that these were really cute. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I always love to look through their table runner selection, not to actually use as table runners, but instead to use as throw blankets on our blanket ladders or blanket baskets. They're just usually a lot more affordable, and they have some really cute patterns, and they're just not quite as bulky sitting in a basket, so I always love to look here. This tablecloth was one of my favorites. I just love the moody floral pattern for fall, and it was only $19.99, so such an affordable option, and of course you can use it as a regular tablecloth, but I think it would also look so pretty just kind of hanging out of an oversized basket. They didn't have a huge variety of kitchen fall items, but I did stumble across this little end cap with a few cute pieces. They had this piece last year and it was very popular. I just always love the look of wicker for fall time, and I thought this was a pumpkin, but my husband thinks it's an acorn, so let me know what you think it is. I really don't know for sure. Regardless, I thought it was really cute. I also liked that little pumpkin jar and this pumpkin stand and these little pumpkin salt and pepper shakers. Honestly, during the fall time, I just love to embrace pumpkin everything, so you will see in my upcoming Decorate with Me is that I just like to stuff little pumpkins in every little corner, and that truly is one of the only seasonally specific items that I like to get. But usually I'm down an aisle like this, just sifting through items that have more of those warmer fall tones. So I just wanted to share a few more of these everyday pieces that I would personally pick up and use for fall decor. I think both of these vases are such pretty options with fall stems styled inside, and they're not seasonally specific, so you can of course keep them up year round. But I just really love this large oversized floral vase. It kind of has that old world aged look, and it is one of my favorites for only $24.99. Another cute option to pick up is this ginger jar. I think this would look really pretty styled on a shelf. I love this brown moody vase as a way to really elevate your space, and this wicker basket is such a cute option for shelf styling. Plus you can store a bunch of little things in there, which I always like to look for since we live in an apartment with minimal storage. So those are just a few of the everyday pieces that I think paired with the right items would look really pretty styled for fall. But now we're wandering down their candle aisle, which is always a favorite around here. They had these really nice pillar candles, and one of my favorites is their curated sets of candlesticks. I loved all of the fall tones in this package, and you can get 8 of them for $10, so this is such a great deal. And then of course they have all of their regular neutral colored candlesticks that I wanted to share, so you can find all of their browns, burgundies, rust colored candlesticks, just to really add warmth and coziness to your space. And it wouldn't be a HomeGoods trip, especially a fall HomeGoods trip, if we didn't stop and smell all of the yummy fall candles. They had a bunch of really pretty, rich chocolate brown fall candles that just add so much moodiness to your space. I also saw some of their tortoiseshell candles, which I know are very popular this year. Another end cap that I stopped at was this one with all of their soaps, and obviously these are great to use and display in your own home, but I also think they make really great gifts. And lastly, we are going to finish this HomeGoods shop with me in the pillow and blanket section, which is one of my favorites. I always love all of their knit blanket options just to throw and display on the couch, but I've really been into all of the faux fur blankets lately, especially for the fall and winter. I just feel like they add so much coziness, so I really liked this brown option. And this deep brown blanket with the black floral accents also really caught my eye. I think it would contrast so nicely on our cream couch, and again, just add a lot of that moodiness. So that is the vibe for my fall decor this year. But down the blanket aisle a little bit further, they had some more options that were red and burgundy, oranges, plums, and on the opposite side, they also had all of the different Halloween options. And we're finishing down the throw pillow aisle, which is one of my favorites, as you guys know. So I just wanted to share some of the ones that I would style for the fall time. I really loved the muted color of this set of pillows here. They also just had a really nice texture, and I believe they were $39.99 for the set of 2. So such a great deal. This beaded pillow is really pretty. I think it would look nice on an accent chair, and it's just a really good kind of summer to fall transitional pillow. And the rest of the pillows that I'm sharing are all solid colors, but I always think it's nice to have a few just classic staples so that you can add all of your fun patterns in with them. So I just liked the tone of all of these. They're all very affordable, and they also work perfectly for that warm color palette that I'm envisioning for fall. Welcome back. I hope that you enjoyed the shop with me portion, and now we are going to get into the few things that I picked up for myself. Like I said in the voiceover, I don't feel like they had as much fall decor at my HomeGoods as they did Halloween decor, which was a little bit of a bummer, but I still ended up finding some cute things, and I know that they add new things all the time, so I'll just have to go check back. But I wanted to share what I picked up. So the first thing that I got was this super pretty vase that I shared. They had a few different color options of this vase, so I think they had a blue one and a green one, and then they also just had an amber glass option, and I believe the mums in that one were white, but it is just super pretty. I feel like the green looks very realistic. Sometimes the greenery in their pre-made arrangements are a little bit bright and just kind of fake looking, but I don't really feel like that's the case with these ones. But I just love how whimsical and just flowy these stems are. They have a lot of movement, and of course the vase is just so pretty. So I'm very excited about this. I do wish that the stems weren't fixed in the vase just so that I could reuse this with different stems, but nonetheless, I'm super excited to style with this one for fall, and this one was $19.99. The next item that I picked up, I actually found right before we went to the checkout, and it was by all of their Halloween tea towels and just kitchen towels, and now that I'm thinking about it, they actually didn't have a great selection of fall towels either, which is usually where I get my fall towels. So again, I hope that they come out with some more, but I got this super cute little apron. I love fall baking and just being in the kitchen this time of year, and I thought this one was super pretty. Just a nice soft neutral color, and I loved the little floral pattern. This is an apron that I feel like works great for fall. I think it works great for Christmas time and summer. It's just a good year-round apron, so I'm very excited about this, and it just makes me want to be in the kitchen right now doing a little bit of baking. But this one was $12.99, so very affordable. I only picked up one more item, so this haul is very short and sweet, but I ended up actually getting this from the Halloween section. So this didn't make it in the video, but they did have a few different styles of these, and we have actually never decorated for Halloween before. I always just do fall decor, but I thought this year maybe I would add in some kind of cutesy, non-spooky Halloween items. So I thought jack-o'-lanterns were a good place to start. I also might get some little ghosts. I saw in a few other people's hauls that they had some marble ghosts there that I think are really cute. So we'll see. We'll see how crazy I get with Halloween decor. I'm sure I'll just add in a few little pieces, but I thought this was a good item to just start our collection. So it's just this little copper jack-o'-lantern, and the lid does come off. So my plan here is to just style with it either on our counters or on our shelves, and then we can actually use this as a little candy dish for trick-or-treating. We really don't get many trick-or-treaters. We live in an apartment, and I think last year we had maybe 5, so we don't get very many. This will definitely hold enough candy, and we can always refill it, but I just thought that this would be super cute to use. And also for decor, like I said, we could even pop a little tea light in there so that it lights up. So I just thought this one was super cute. I love the warm tone of it, and this one was also $12.99. So that is everything that I picked up from HomeGoods. So it's very short and sweet, but I am just slowly adding to my collection, and I'm being very intentional with what I buy. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed my little haul let me know if you've stopped in at HomeGoods or what you've picked up or maybe what you have your eye on. I've already done a Hobby Lobby shop with me video if you want to go join me over there and see what I picked up from there. And I'm planning to post a bunch more shop with me videos soon. I'm going to go to Target, Walmart, and Michael's, and maybe a few other stores. We will see. But I think my next video is going to be a fall decor planning video. So we'll go through some of my inspo photos and I'll share what I'm looking for in stores this year and just how I plan to decorate. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. But anyway, that is it for today. So I will see you in my next one. Bye, friends.